Hey, what's up, fellas? I hope things are well with you. Welcome to another video. This video is actually from the archives. Well, not too far back. This was actually taken towards the end of the summer, so just a few months back. I really wanted to share this with you, which is why I saved it in the computer and took the time to edit it. But this was, as you can see, in the Woods Ball Field out at Long Live Paintball. We were playing in the Woods Ball Field, and we decided to play Escort the President. This was a group of about, I don't know, 10 versus 10, 12 versus 12, maybe. I don't really remember, but we decided to play a variation of Escort the President. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, I've played quite a few Escort the President games before. I mean, it is fun, but nothing really special about it. You know, it's just something to do for rec ball once in a while. But this is a version that I have never played before, and I thought it was quite interesting. So what I wanted to do was share it with you guys, just to give other people out there some ideas to make things interesting, fresh variation of the game. It might influence other people to play it, or even modify it a little bit to make it even more interesting. So, as the refs were explaining the details of the game, the one thing that came to mind as they were doing so was the Overwatch game. I haven't really played Overwatch, but I have watched a few games, and I believe many players out there are familiar with the game. But the reason I mention it is because the details seemed very similar to the payload type of game. In the payload game in Overwatch, players have to be touching or near the vicinity of the vehicle in order to escort that to the designated place. And this was the case in this game. The team that was designated to escort the president, one player had to physically be touching the president, one hand on their shoulder, in order for the president to move. So in the event that the person who was guiding the president was shot out or lost physical contact with the president was basically a sitting duck. He couldn't take a step, he couldn't duck down, he just had to freeze whatever position he was in when he lost direct contact with the escort. And in this video, or in this game, I was in the team that was escorting the president. Now, our job was to start in the fort section, or the upper section of the Woods Ball Field, and escort the president through or down the hill through enemy territory to a small fort or a small bunker all the way in the other side of the field. Now, initially, I thought the plan was to escort the president towards the right side of the field, which is where the woods part is. So there's a lot more cover in terms of bushes and trees and tall grass, and I thought that's where they were going to go. My job was to go on the left side as fast as I can, go and cover as much ground as I can, to either push back or get a lot of attention from the other team and draw a lot of fire. So I book it as fast as I can on the left side and managed to get down the hill and expecting some resistance. But once I found it to be a little bit clear, I took that opportunity to go up to the high ground and stay in this bunker and wait for any stragglers to come and be able to surprise them. Now, it seemed that the other team thought the same thing. They were expecting the president to go through the wooded area, which I think is why there was not that much resistance on the left-hand side. There was just a few. Fortunate for me that I was able to stay there and just patiently snap shoot with the guys that were on this side. Now, while I stay behind this bunker for a couple of minutes and battling it out with the people on the other team, I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes and talk about another variation of Escort the President that I played a couple of years ago. This was actually maybe 2 or 3 years ago out in Skirmish, USA in Pennsylvania. We had a group of about 21, 22 people, and we decided to play an Escort the President game, but this was slightly or significantly different from this game. Like I said, we had 20, let's just say 22 people. And one was designated to be a president, and we had about 5 people to be Secret Service that would escort or protect the president. The rest of the group, which would be what, 46, 15 people, 15, 16 people, were all in one team, and their job was to eliminate the president. So it was definitely lopsided in terms of numbers. Now, the good news for the Secret Service, they were not eliminated unless it was a headshot. So they could have been lit up, shot up, all, on their legs, on the body, in the gun, wherever. But they would still be able to protect the president. They would still be in as long as they did not get hit on the head. The president, however, was not allowed to carry a gun. However, I think if one of the Secret Service fell, he was able to pick up the marker and be able to protect himself. Now, this game wasn't really more so of going from one place to another place. It was basically a time game. I believe it was 10 or maybe 15 minutes. Now, if the Secret Service could protect the president for that time frame, they won. But that strategy definitely, or this format definitely opened it up in terms of strategy. They can definitely group up around the president and form a good wall to protect him, or hide him in a corner with 2 Secret Service agents and the other 3 group together, pretend that they have the president, and engage the opponents. So that was one version that was really fun. The only thing was, when we were splitting the teams, a lot of people were hesitant in becoming the president or the Secret Service. Mainly because now they were going to be expecting a lot of resistance from the bigger group of people, 15, 16 people. And since they would not be out with a headshot, that means they could be pretty much lit up from a whole number. And unfortunately, or maybe I guess fortunately for me, when I played that game, I was not the Secret Service. So I was on the other side. And when I did see the Secret Service during the middle of the game, I did let the paint fly. So now, you guys out there, if you've played a different version of Escort the President, or another game that was really a lot of fun, I would definitely appreciate it if you made a comment about it, just to get the word out. Maybe other viewers can read the comment and be inspired by it, and even try it out on the field. It's definitely a good thing to try something new, especially something that has been tried before, and it was a lot of fun. And it's definitely a good way to get the word out. I know people on the forums are always looking for different variations to try. So, hopefully we can also use this video to spread those ideas. And even as I read the comments, I would be very interested in trying any interesting variations that you would be kind enough to share. But anyway, let's go back to this game. It was around this time that I realized I had some teammates with me on this side. I originally thought I was the only one shooting on the left side, let alone seeing the president on this side of the field. Like I said before, I thought they were planning on going through the woods. Not that I'm complaining, it actually made it more interesting, because now the action was going to be on my side where I was at. Now, around this point, I think we got rid of the 2 that were defending the left-hand side. So we were just trying to make sure there weren't a lot of people towards the middle to be able to eliminate us as we advanced towards the side of the field. And I don't think the other side even knew where the president was. The reason I think that was, I didn't see any of the other opponents from the right side of the field or towards the middle rushing to where we were, which led me to think they were either expecting or still expecting the president to be seen towards the woods, or maybe still hiding in the town, and we would just be taking a defensive role. And at this point, I think one opponent was towards the back left, all the way in the back, but I think there was somebody in the middle that was shooting at us, but I still couldn't figure out where he was shooting from. So we were kind of stuck there for a little bit, up until I think Either the guy all the way in the back left was shot out by a teammate of mine, or he retreated and went towards the middle.
Wooden bunker, wooden bunker. Shooting at me. Beyond the wooden bunker.
So this part of the field after that tree stump is very unfamiliar to me. I've never really played around this area, so I don't know where the cover is or where our destination is. I originally thought the president was not going to be coming this way, so I didn't really even know where I was supposed to be going or guiding the president to. All I could do was basically lead and see if there were any people shooting and have the president follow. So basically I was just trying to clear as much space as I could. At this point there were one, maybe two towards the other side of the field in the back, but I don't think they saw that we were coming, but I just wanted to be safe in advancing before we even escorted the president any further. Like I said, I wasn't sure what bunker we were supposed to lead him to. All we were trying to do was move forward as much as we could. And as I was about to advance, as you can see right there, they knew we were there and they started firing through the brush. And I just wanted to show the president / the referee that it was all splatter, not one broke on me. So I just wanted to avoid any confusion just in case whoever shot those paintballs thought that I was actually hit. So I just wanted to have another person confirm that it was all spray.
Watch out, he's shooting this way.
Now the shots were actually coming from a spot a lot closer to where we were. I thought it was further out. It wasn't until one of my teammates decided to flank on the right side that he was able to eliminate whoever was shooting at us on the other side of the tree. But once he was eliminated, I think it was a 1-for-1, we were able to advance further and successfully escort the president to the bunker.
Somebody got him. I didn't see you there. Good shot. It was splatter though through the. No. Lux is still looking at us. Look. He's shooting over here. Hold up.
Now, after getting that one person out all the way in the back, it opened up the space so that we can safely proceed to the destination for the president. So like I said before, I would definitely appreciate it if you know of any more interesting or as interesting variations of the game. It doesn't necessarily have to be Escort the President. It could be Capture the Flag. Feel free to make a comment. Leave a comment over there. Share your ideas. And I'd be definitely interested in trying anything out next time I do go out on the field. And as always, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos and even making a comment or liking it. Thank you very much out there, and see you guys out at the field.